My name is Donald Trump, and I'm the largest developer in New York. This is not a discussion for the two of us. Unlike the salt and pepper, it's not on the table. Donald Trump was inaugurated as the nation's 45th president on January 20, 2017, becoming the first billionaire president in U.S. history. Donald is the closest living person we have to compare to the Monopoly board game cartoon mascot. New York City is his boardwalk, and his hotels and golf courses span the globe. Now, he's also got plenty of personal luxury properties around the world, including the Mar-a-Lago resort valued at $200 million, or a Seven Springs estate estimated to be worth $300 million. Now, for him, moving into the White House was actually a step down from his $100 million Trump Tower penthouse, which is a 3-story suite. He also had to abandon his VIP 757, also worth an estimated $100 million, to get on board Air Force One. Maybe that's why Melania, she always looks so upset, you know? Because Donald runs a complex privately owned enterprise. Getting an accurate readout on Donald Trump's net worth, well, it's all but an impossible task. Now, Trump, he told the world in 2016 that he was worth an estimated $10 billion. But others have debated this figure year after year, with Forbes estimating roughly $3.1 billion prior to the 2020 pandemic. And with the recent downturn in commercial real estate, well, that's dropped his net worth to an estimated $2.1 billion. I'm sure the Donald's gonna be really mad this week. Wrong, that is absolutely wrong, proved over and over again, regardless if you listen to the Donald or the press. Well, we're still talking about billions of dollars, so the man, he can easily afford whatever the hell he wants. We're gonna take a look at his financial come-up and what he spent his cash on here for you on The Rich Life. My name, of course, is Michael Creedon. No, I'm Canadian, so I didn't vote, but if I were to vote, well, I was going to cast one in the direction of sexy vegan, so that would have made him 2 votes because he only got one earlier this week. We dropped it before they were famous, updated on Donald Trump as well as one on Joe Biden, and we're thinking of making one on Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. There's a lot going on with that guy, so we got lots to work with. Let me know if that's something you want to see in the comments down below. Alright, now let's get into this video. Now we're going to skip Donald's personal life story because you can find that in Before They Are Famous. But his true net worth began to balloon in 1999 when Trump's father passed away. Now Trump, he inherited part of his father's fortune, estimated to be $60 million on top of some very expensive New York City real estate. From that point forward, with Trump, he engaged in a series of business deals, with some failing, but ultimately adding up to an overall huge success. The variation in Trump's net worth has to do with the evaluation of his Trump branch. Now, there exists such a thing as Trump Ice. It's bottled water. There's Trump Wine, there's Trump Trail Mix, there's suits, ties, books, and a cologne, which I hear actually smells like money. Now, all these brands, they bring him in more money annually, but his brand isn't likely as valuable as the Donald believes. Now, he's pegged his brand at $3 billion alone, while Forbes, their analysts, have concluded that it's more like $230 million. Now, the president, he still owns the Trump Organization, although the day-to-day operations are now run by his sons, Eric and Donald Trump, who've been catching all sorts of heat as of recent. Why are we still here just to suffer? All right, now that we've got his finances out of the way, let's take a look at what he does own. Now, in his car collection, he owns a Rolls-Royce Phantom worth $500K, a 1956 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, and this looks to me a lot like the classic car that's also used in the Monopoly board game. Am I right? On the more updated side of things, we have his 2003 Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren valued at $450K. Now, he's also got a 1997 Lamborghini Diablo VT valued at $300K, a 2011 Chevrolet Camaro Indianapolis 500 pace car valued at $225K. Now, his car collection, it's kind of modest, but when it comes to air travel, well, Trump, he's living on a whole other level. His VIP 757 is worth nearly $100 million. Now, it fits 43 passengers, and it comes complete with an executive office, a master bedroom, a dining room, a home theater, and a number of guest rooms. There's also a running theme with Trump to have as much gold-plated bits and decor inside the plane as possible. Now, this isn't his only plane. He's also got a Cessna 750 and a Sikorsky S-76 helicopter, which is valued at $7 million alone, and on top of this, Willie pimped out the whole thing, pumping in an extra 750 to give it more gold. I love gold. All right, now let's start talking about property, starting off with this penthouse in New York City. Now, this place, that essentially looks like a room or the lobby you would find in the Titanic. Now located in the heart of Midtown Manhattan on 57th and 5th, while the decor was inspired by King Louis XIV and the Palace of Versailles, decorated with marble, diamonds, murals painted on the ceiling. A rumor circulated online that Donald, he even had a gold-plated seat installed for like his number twos, but I'm sorry to disappoint you. It turns out that whole thing, it's a hoax, although maybe he just doesn't want people to know. Apparently, it's a hoax. You are fake news, sir. Go ahead, can you? There's also a pond, a waterfall, crystal chandeliers, and as much gold or gold-plated crap that he can jam into the space, including Melania. Now, this exists within Trump Tower, which he also owns. And that building, well, it's valued to be worth around $236 million. Of course, you know, this is the building in which they filmed The Apprentice. But you may not know that Trump Tower, it was actually used as Wayne Enterprises in The Dark Knight Rises. Now, Trump yields $1.9 billion worth of New York City real estate, but with the offices and shopping centers closed due to this pandemic, well, this evaluation has dropped to closer to $1.2 billion. There's the Mar-a-Lago Resort in Palm Springs, Florida. It's 110,000 square feet, and the mansion was bought in 1985 for $7 million. It was then renovated. It now has 126 rooms, 58 bedrooms, and 33 bathrooms, among other lavish features, such as a 20,000 square foot ballroom. Now, the whole compound is valued at approximately $200 million, but it's more than just a private residence. It's also a private club. And members, they pay a pretty penny to gain access. His Seven Springs estate in Bedford, New York, it sprawls over 230 acres and includes 60 rooms and 15 bedrooms. It's valued at around $300 million. Trump has also invested heavily in golf courses, owning over 17 around the world. Now, the net worth of these properties alone is hard to estimate, but it's likely in the billions. Now, one of his most prized golf courses is in Scotland, the Trump International Golf Links, which opened in 2012 and has been the center of multiple controversies due to environmental concerns. Now, before we go, I want to talk a little bit about philanthropy. Now, Trump, he does donate to various causes, but it's often overshadowed by other aspects of his personality and presidency. For instance, in 2019, it was reported that he donated his entire presidential salary to various federal agencies, which, while it may not make up for some of the more controversial decisions he's made, it's still a gesture worth noting. Now, that's all I've got for you today on the rich life of Donald Trump. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.